What's up, YouTube? I got a little bit of news for you guys. Update on the match and some questions about the pellet guns. For a while, I don't plan on getting any new pellet guns. When I do, I plan on getting at least two more. The RTI Mora and the FX DRS Pro. Both of those guns are going to be kind of expensive, so I don't know how soon they're going to come with my NRL fetish related. So, when it comes to pellet guns, most of you guys who have been following me, please, if there's something you want to see, let me know and I'll make a video just for you. I do plan on having the RTI Profit Performance versus the Profit 2 Performance video, and I don't have much more planned, although I do still shoot my pellet guns a lot, so just think about that. Alright, so right here is my Savage Mark II 22 LR. It is my main competition gun. This is in its competition form, and I don't plan on changing it. So, it is in a PDC custom chassis with weight kit. You can see the external weights. You can't see the internal weight. If you wish to, go look at my first PD custom video, and I don't have the barreled action in the chassis yet. You can see the internal weights. Special to this is not just the weight kit, but it is also the bag rider. That's extra. I have moved my my shoulder buttstock here rest from the way it came. I didn't remove any of these plates, but I did remove the extension pieces right here. So, and I also raised the cheek piece. It is using, or it has mounted in a, I do believe this is a Wheeler scope mount. It's a one-piece mount, and it is cut in half, but at an angle like this. Okay, it has a zero tick 5x25x56, and the scope is, if you was to buy it, you're going to be able to find it between $750 and $1,000. It has I cannot even remember what these bipods are called, but it has an MDT Arca reel attachment to it. So I pulled it apart, put the MDT attachment on it. Now, I looked at the MDT Arca reel bipod. I looked at some of the other more expensive ones. What I have found messing with the cheaper ones is that I do tend to like this style bipod. Okay, I mean, you can look and you'll see some of the guys who are shooting big dollar rigs shooting the same type of bipod. Of course, you'll see them shooting the more expensive ones. I do find that the bipod is up to you. I like this particular one because it has an adjustment on the back so that I can turn it and it stiffens up or completely tightens my cant. So I can't move it, or it will move and hold where I put it. That's kind of the way I like it. Alright, the stickers on it are custom made. I just ordered some vinyl tape, vinyl sheets. I wish I had got clear, but I got the white ones. So, I've got the Savage name here. I've got a yellow jacket here, and then on the other side it does say yellow jacket, and I have another yellow jacket up front. This rig, the way that it sits, is somewhere in the neighborhood of $2,500 to $2,600 if you paid for everything outright. Everything on this gun is new except for the bipod itself. It was one I had on one of my pellet guns, and I just assembled it that way, ordered a new bipod, threw it on the pellet gun, and this one stays on this gun. As I said, this setup is the way it's gonna stay. I know you guys are still waiting for an update on the match, and I will give that to you in just a little bit. Alright, as I told you guys, this is my cheap rig. It's probably gonna be the one I shoot the most, because I do want to become good enough that I could beat people with this. Now, if you are getting in the NRL, you're thinking about getting in the NRL. Something that I learned from my last match, which was my second match. One thing that is absolutely, to me, a necessity is a dope card. Now, this gun doesn't have a dope card. Neither does my other gun, which you're going to see shortly. I think you guys may have seen it in the way it was originally. I know you haven't seen it the way it has since it's been custom set up. Alright. A dope card is what it is it has your distance or hold over, hold under, or MOA adjustments, or whatever. MOA, mil dot. It has that on it for your upcoming stage. The stage is simply as you progress. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and so on. I think there's usually 5 stages. The dope card, because I ran into a stage that had 7 or 8 positions. You change quite often. I didn't have a dope card, and I was trying to remember it. Man, it's just too confusing. Get a dope card. The way that this gun is set up is fine for me. The dope card is a necessity. It really is. And being able to get your dope is a necessity. So unless you are at home and you know every hold over, every hold under by heart, or you happen to be able to judge the distance by heart. Now, on a 22, for me, that's really difficult, because my pellet guns actually shoot flatter from 20, I'm not going to say 20, from 30 to 50 yards. You're probably never going to shoot 20 yards in the NRL, maybe 25. The closest I shot this time, I think, was 33. So, 33, 66. Now, in my pellet gun, that wouldn't be a big adjustment. On my 22, that's quite the adjustment. So, the same is holding true for a 22 as it does for your pellet gun. You have to find what it likes to shoot. So, be prepared to spend some money, or send it out and you're still spending money to find somebody that can shoot more ammo than you can and tell you what your barrel likes best. Now, this, I said, is going to be my main rig. I've also told you about a custom rig that I did with my Begara B14R. So I sent the action and barreled action to Modicam Customs in North Carolina. I had them put a Mueller 1 1/4 straight taper barrel on it in 13 twists. 1 in 13, okay? They sent it back, and unfortunately for me and for you guys, I didn't bring out the sheet, but it's shooting roughly 0.28 inches at 50 yards with Lapua long range ammo that I don't happen to have. Anyway, guys, I've been telling you about this gun. How about now I'll let you see? One thing I'm going to tell you, this one is 19.14. I haven't weighed the Bergara B14, but boy, it's heavy too. So, here we go. This little guy is called Captain America. Again, the Mueller 1.25 straight taper 1 in 13 twist. It does say Begara. I don't think you guys can see it, but this is the actual Begara action. Jonathan actually did some bolt work to it as well. So the Begaras like to hang up, and there's the stop, and then give you a little. So he smoothed that out. It doesn't hang as bad. Okay. It has the same bipod. I just ordered another one. It's a Harris bipod. That's what it is. I ordered another one from, I don't remember if it was eBay or Amazon, but I ordered another Harris bipod. I ordered another MDT archer reel. I pulled the bipod apart, put the archer reel on it, and the same thing, I can tighten it down and tilt. Do my cant, see? And it's the same way. It's tight so that once you can it, it will hold. Now this, let's see. This is all right. So this is a UUG red dot. It is a shake awake. The scope on here is a Barris Veracity PH. So this is a digital scope. Now the thing about this is, if your battery was to die, and I left mine on Bluetooth, but it was set to turn off after an hour. But the batteries in this joker are pretty big and a little bit more expensive than your little computer batteries. So they're pretty big, probably about the size of a quarter. If the batteries were to die, you can use this scope just like you could a regular scope. You can dial it. As a matter of fact, when you get ready to zero this scope, you go ahead and set it up and dial it just normal. Then you turn it to Bluetooth, connect it to your app on your phone, and you set the zero. Once you get it zero. This scope also has a electronic balance in it. Now, unlike the little levels that I have, the little electronic levels, the level in this one, you actually have to level the gun and scope, and then you level the scope digitally once you get that done. So once you have this level and this level with the level on it is what I did. I zeroed the scope. I leveled the scope, which you just simply upload, and then the scope knows what position is level. So then when you're out shooting, then when you're moving, it has a level that moves this way. Similar to the Send It, except it's graphic, and it's a little underscore that you have 4 dashes, this way, this way, this way, this way. So it makes 3 parts. And then that dash will move, that underscore will move and show you, are you left, right, or are you on target. This is a 4-20 by 50. It has a shade on it, and the shade came with it. It has some very nice scope caps that fold back, which a lot of people will like. Now, because I put my red dot right here, I kind of 50-50 about it, because when I do this, I can see through my red dot, but I can see the scope cap. So that way I don't. Now that way I don't hardly see it, but I can see it. But it still allows me to find my target. And that's what it's supposed to do. So if I'm looking through here and I lose my targets, I can open up my other eye, see through my red dot, reacquire my target, close this eye if I choose, which I do, but I don't have to. I can shoot with both eyes open, and a lot of times I do. And now I can acquire my target. What I will say about this scope is I wish they had some tactile objectives. Now, your horizontal the scope is in MOA, not mil dot. And that part I really don't care about, because I have my scope set to yardage. So when I'm at a match, as long as I know my yardage, then I can simply turn my scope to 33 yards, 150 yards, 300 yards. I'm on target. Once you zero at 50 yards or 100 yards, you tell the scope where you zeroed at. I guess you could go to 200. I guess you could zero it wherever you wanted to. And then once you do that and you set your zero, the scope, once you put your projectile's dope in, so the information, you can make profiles for each projectile. So CCI, Lapua long range, Wolf Match Extra. You can have a profile for any of those. And once you put that information in, this will, and you have to set it, so you put it in and you load the profile that you want to use. The gun then knows and will make the adjustments for you. So, by dialing, the scope changes the point of impact. Your eye doesn't notice it. You don't see a big jump or anything like that. You're watching the yardage, and then you aim directly on and pull the trigger. The only thing you have to adjust is for windage. That's it. You should be on. Now, will I stay with this scope? Well, I want to stay with this scope because it's a $1,200 scope. If I don't stay with this scope, the reason will be because of the reticle. Now, I was thinking when I bought the scope that I could use one of the many reticles that they show you, but it has to be a reticle for this particular scope. Bergara makes a lot of electronic scopes, so there's usually between 2 and maybe 6 or 7 reticles for a particular scope, I guess. I had 2. They're pretty much the same, EPL varmint, something like that. I mean, it's not a horrible reticle, but on the vertical adjustment, I needed to have more marks and to know what they actually are. So, for example, is each mark 2 MOA? Is each big mark 1 MOA? Unfortunately, I think I only have 3 or 4 marks. And, just a second. Okay. Above, I have 1 mark and then a straight line. So it's just like an upside down T. The horizontal, each big mark is 2 MOA because it's 4 and 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So each mark is 1 MOA, but the bigger marks are in 2 MOAs. Now, horizontal below, so if you were doing hold over, it's 3 marks. And my guess is the first mark is 1 MOA, then 5 MOA, and then 9 MOA. That's my guess. I don't actually know because it's not numbered. So, enough about the scope. Let's get back to the gun. This is an MDT chassis. I think this is the Elite. I think it's not the latest. I think the latest is the Premier. I may have that backwards. I bought it used. So it came with the weights, internal and external. So it's got 4 external weights. You can buy others because this will take a lot of weight. I put in a Timney, it's an Elite, but it's the more expensive one. I can't remember. It's got some little fancy name to it. The Begara magazine, I have 2 of these. One came with the Begara, then I didn't buy an aftermarket, I bought another Begara. They're both 10-shot magazines. The gun works great with them. It does. So you don't have any hiccups. It works great with them. To drop it, you push it forward, it comes straight out, and then you gotta give it a good little push up, but it's good to go. This has the MDT, and I don't remember what this one is either because this came on it. I actually bought this hand grip. I actually bought it and didn't like it and sent it back. And then the reason I sent it back was because I preferred the rubberized style hand grip like it's on the Savage. This one also, I bought a bag rider after I got it because I didn't have one. It didn't come with one. So has the bag rider on it. I believe that's about it for the Begara. I have not shot this gun, guys. I have not. I was supposed to shoot it last weekend. It rained. I didn't want to get this beautiful barrel wet, and I didn't want to have to deal with, is it going to rust? Am I going to have to bring it home, pull it out of the chassis, oil it down? Didn't want to take the chance. Now that's going to happen to me because if you go to NRL, you shoot, rain or shine. You shoot. Now, both guns are here. Again, this is Captain America, and this right here is the Yellow Jacket. Tell me which one you like and why in the comments below. Also in the comments below, don't forget to let me know what would you guys like to see in the pellet guns, what kind of videos. No, I didn't forget to let you guys know what happened in the match. Now in the match, I was shooting Yellow Jacket. I did not have this gun put together yet. This is a recent, this gun just came back within the last 2 weeks, and I just put it all together. I haven't had a chance to shoot it. Matter of fact, I think I got it put together Wednesday or Thursday of last week, and then I didn't get to shoot it that weekend. So when I do get a chance to shoot it, you guys might actually see me shoot it as well. I know that it shoots Lapua long range. I also know that I don't want to pay for Lapua long range. Anyway, I will work to see what I can come up with. Instead of using Lapua long range, I may have to use it because I want what's best. This gun will not be accompanying me to any matches in the near future. It will be the Savage. Once I get better with the Savage, I will bring this gun out. But this was more a labor of love, as this one was. But I just wanted to build a high-end for me. Now, the difference in prices between these two guns, if you were to build them out, this gun, the way it sits, would be about $6,500. So that is $4,000 difference between these two guns. All right, the match. I have a little video of the match, not me shooting. I have a little bit of Eric. I have them giving the rules and stuff, so I decided not to post it because I wanted to post a video of me shooting the gun. Again, when I say I got my ass handed to me, it's 500 points possible. I got 100 points. Not because of misses, but because, and I'm going to go over stuff like this with you guys, because as I learn, I want to help you guys learn. It's the obstacles. It's the obstacles. So, you're borrowing people's stuff because you don't know what to use. And I should get some video and kind of explain that, what's happening. And hopefully I can do that in my next video, whether I'm shooting or not. But explain what they're using, why they're using it, and maybe why you want to. So, here's what I've learned. It's a lot of practice. I'm used to bench press. I'm used to shooting here, looking through my scope, pulling the trigger. I usually don't have problem with being timed in bench press. But when you're being timed anywhere from 65 seconds to 90 seconds to shoot 10 to 12 different targets, and you have to do it on obstacles. So you're standing up, you have to have all of the things that you're going to use in your hands. Well, on you. It doesn't have to, you can have it around your neck, you can have it around your waist, you can have it in your hand, but it has to be on you. You then have to get that in position, get your gun on top of it, acquire the targets, and shoot. Well, I showed you guys in one of the videos, I think, with Eric, the roof. Man, you got to get up on that, and if I'm right, that was 6 targets. And here's the crazy thing. You shoot 1, 2, 3, no, you shoot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so it was 12 shots. You got to remember that and all the distances, and they tell you that, oh, your feet can't touch certain things. So, another target was a 5-gallon bucket, a Ruco block, 55-gallon bucket. Another target was a tire laying down. You go from this side to this side, a tire standing up to the top of that tire, and then to the inside of that tire, and then to the back of the tire laying down. 2 shots, 2 shots, 2 shots, 2 shots, 2 shots. Some people, I was the only one who laid the gun directly on the tire. That didn't bother me. But the moving and not, you know, I get to watch the people go first, but until you do it, now, am I making excuses? Of course I am. This is my first time doing that course of fire. I had only done one of those obstacles before, even at Eric's house. So yes, I'm making excuses, but I'm not complaining. What I'm telling you is, it's a process. Now, do some people come out and do great right off the bat? Yeah, they do. They do. I don't think bench press people do, but let's just say bench rest, not bench press. Let's just say that they do. Great for them. I'm trying to let you guys know the obstacles that I encountered. Another one was you shoot 6 times conventional, 6 times and you switch. Now, I practiced on this. So I got used to finding the target and getting comfortable with my left eye, my left hand, switching. I got comfortable with that. And I hit the first target, and that was it. But it was trying to find those targets. It really was. So, am I disappointed? No, because when I actually found my targets, dude, I could hit it. I don't care. I even hit, the longest target was 300 yards. The shortest was 33 yards. I hit the shortest and I hit the longest. I hit 300 yards. The problem is getting used to it. Mosquitoes are turning me up, guys. The problem is getting used to it and learning it. I will make some videos. I can't shoot these guns in my backyard. I do live in the city limits. I have a big yard, but I do live in city limits, so I can't shoot these guns. But I am going to practice because I do plan on shooting the RTI Profit Performance, which is in .22 caliber. I do plan on shooting that in the competition. So as I practice with that, I will go over the NRL, tell you why I'm doing this as it pertains to NRL, and help you guys. So, this has been a long video. I hope you guys stay with me. Tell me again, which gun do you like and why? What guns, air guns do you want to see again? And I will most definitely make those videos for you. Guys, until next time, you know the drill. Stay safe, shoot straight.